A Sunday night shooting at Walmart in Lenlock causes no injuries, but does shut down the store while police conduct their investigation.
A quiet week coming up weather-wise across East Alabama. We'll have the complete forecast coming up.
Coming up in sports, we have highlights from the Piedmont Dogfight Wrestling Tournament from this past weekend, and we look forward to all the basketball matchups for tonight. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Anniston police are still investigating a shooting that took place Sunday night at the Walmart in Lenlock. Police say a fight broke out between two people who they believe knew each other, and the shooting took place during that fight. Police were called to the scene around 5:30 and reported that no one was injured in the shooting. The store was closed down for a couple of hours and reopened shortly after police declared an all clear around 7:20 last night. Police say they are still questioning people about the incident and are asking for the public's help. Anyone with information is asked to call the department at 256-238-1800.
A Thomaston, Georgia woman died Friday morning in Calhoun County after being struck by an unoccupied vehicle. Tanzia J. Middlebrooks, 19, was fatally injured at approximately 6 a.m. while walking 4 miles north of Anniston near West Lenlock Lane, according to a release by the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. An unoccupied 2016 Nissan Altima that has previously been in a crash hit Middlebrooks after it was struck by a 1999 Kenworth tractor trailer. The driver of that tractor trailer was identified as David J. Zachary, 57, who also lives in Anniston. There was no word from authorities regarding the contributing factors that led to the incident.
When we return, a home cooking restaurant in Golden Springs is looking for a new place to call home.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Rosie's Gourmet To Go will be closing in mid-February after failing to reach a new lease agreement with the owners of the strip mall where it's located. One of Rosie's co-owners, Stacy Hardy, told longtime patrons on social media last week about the situation, and those customers responded with an outpouring of support and suggestions about other possible locations for the restaurant. Hardy said that she had expected to renegotiate her lease, which expires March 1st. However, she says she was told by one of the building's owners that another business has offered substantially more money for the space and plans to open a Mexican restaurant there in the near future. In an interview with EAN News, Bill Reed, one of the owners of the building, said that Rosie's benefited from a favorable lease agreement since opening 8 years ago. When the term of that lease agreement neared its expiration date, Reed said he began talking to Rosie's about a pending transition. Based on those informal talks, he said that he believed Rosie's was considering a move to a smaller location, so he did not make a formal offer for renewal for the restaurant. Hardy says that she and her business partner have looked at many locations and spoken with many commercial property managers and agents, but as of last Friday, they had not found a suitable site.
A recent survey of diners during a busy lunchtime rush revealed a strong level of support for the owners to find a new location, and quickly. Lisa Askew of Anniston, who has been a regular customer since the restaurant first opened, says Rosie's is an important part of the Golden Springs community.
I love the artisanal food, just the country style. It's just a nice local place to get a different restaurants. We have so many chain stores, and it's really nice to kind of shop local, feel it. They have local food items that you can buy here. Their desserts are fabulous and they're homemade. You just don't get this anywhere or everywhere, and I think it's sad to see it go.
If Rosie's Gourmet To Go does find a new business home, the majority of the customer base is saying on social media that it intends to follow the restaurant to that location. Hardy says Rosie's will be open through Valentine's Day when it has a special menu planned.
For the next 3 weeks, Norfolk Southern will be working on 9 of its railroad crossings in Calhoun County. 6 of those crossings are in Fruithurst, 2 are in Edwardsville, and 1 is in Heflin. Motorists are asked to be cautious as they approach those intersections now through February the 13th.
When we return, area youth are invited to enter a speech contest to be held next month.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
The Anniston Museums and Gardens will celebrate Black History Month on February 17th with its 44th annual Heritage Festival. This year's theme is Words That Lift the Soul, and the event will feature an oration competition, a performance by KB Solomon, products from local vendors, and tours of the Anniston Museum of Natural History and Berman Museum. The oration competition is open for children from pre-kindergarten to grade 12, and registration will be open until February 10th. All oration competition participants will receive a 1-year family membership to the Anniston Museums and Gardens, along with $10, a participation ribbon, and a chance to win special door prizes. Monetary prizes and ribbons are awarded for first, second, and third place in each category. The school or co-op group with the most participants wins 1 free live animal show from the Anniston Museum of Natural History.
Tax filing season has just begun, and starting tomorrow, the Oxford Public Library will be offering free tax assistance 3 days each week. That help will be available each Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. So April 15th is about the only day of spring that I don't like.
I am partial to that day. That was the day my husband was born. So
well, now that's very nice. That kind of offsets it for one family.
Brightens it a little bit.
The rest of us, I'm sorry, it's not a day we look forward to.
But we do very much look forward to spring.
Yes.
And we're starting to see some progress in our weather. Joining us now in the EAN Weather Center is John Holder to tell us if we can expect some springtime temperatures.
Mike and Katie, indeed, we are moving towards springtime, and by Friday and Saturday, we'll have some more springtime temperatures coming to East Alabama. The complete forecast is coming up next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
The clouds this morning turning to sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures, though, a little bit below the average for this time of year. 52 for the high today after a morning low of 41. You see the record high temperature 78, the record low temperature 3 degrees, and the days continue to stretch out and get longer. More sunshine every day. 6:41 your sunrise tomorrow morning. Look at that sunset now at 11 minutes after 5. It's time for weather on your street for a Monday night. Going to take you to Hillcrest Road out in the Lenlock area of Anniston. It is going to be mostly clear tonight, but it is going to be cold, colder than it has been. 29 for the low tonight under mostly clear skies. As we head into your Tuesday, Sansom Avenue over in the Alabama City area of Gadsden, partly cloudy skies, noticeably warmer tomorrow as the high will be at 59 degrees. We might see 60 on some backyard thermometers across East Alabama, including over in Alabama City tomorrow afternoon. And for the rest of the work week coming up, looks like this on Butler Street, right off Highway 78 in Oxford. Mostly sunny skies. We'll be in the 50s for the first part of the week, but as we said, by the latter half of the week, we're going to be into the 60s. Some very nice weather coming up on Friday and Saturday. In the 7-day forecast, that's where we will draw your attention. We'll be in the 50s for the most part. Another cool day coming up on Wednesday. Then we're back up close to 60 by Thursday. We're going to draw your attention here to Friday and Saturday. Mike and Katie were talking about when are we going to have some spring weather. I think you may have a little bit of spring fever because we have not only the combination of a lot of sunshine and no rain in the forecast, but also some very warm temperatures. 63 on Friday, 64 on Saturday. Still some cool, if not cold, mornings in there, but we're getting there. Our next chance of rain not coming until Sunday. Pretty good chance of a steady soaking rain in the forecast. Highs backing off about 10 degrees to 54. A cool down after that system moves through. But again, we're not looking at anything as far as extreme cold weather and certainly no chance of wintry precipitation across East Alabama. Let's take a look now at something that happened 10 years ago yesterday. Snowmageddon. This was the unexpected snow and ice storm that hit in the middle of the day here in north and central Alabama. Totally not expected. It was supposed to be a cold rain, but temperatures dropped 3 or 4 degrees lower than expected. And we had, if you'll remember, we had the roads turning into a skating rink, literally all across north and central Alabama. Around here, Calhoun and Cleburne counties, 2 to 3 inches of ice and snow we had, 1 to 2 inches up in Etowah and Cherokee counties. This stretch down here in central Alabama from Coosa to southern Talladega over to Clay and parts of Randolph County, 3 to 4 inches of mostly ice instead of snow that fell in that surprise snowstorm 10 years ago, back in 2014. Snowmageddon back on January the 28th of 2014. Coming up next, we are going to have, we'll have weather coming up tomorrow morning. We'll have our breakfast forecast at 6 a.m. And now next, we'll have Namath Pitts coming up. He's got sports, going to talk about the dogfight wrestling meet that happened this weekend up in Piedmont. Namath?
Thanks, John. Brandon Jolliffe and Peyton Andrews figured out opponents that had beaten them earlier this season, which led Weaver to second place at the Piedmont Dogfight Tournament as 5 starters rested and did not wrestle. Dora took first place at the Piedmont Dogfight Wrestling Tournament. One of the beauties in wrestling is figuring out an opponent. Weaver's Brandon Jolliffe figured out Dora's Corian Pryor in Saturday's Piedmont Dogfight 217-pound final, and it helped the 2-time defending Class 1A through 4A state champions and newly minted state duels champion Weaver to another good day this season. Jolliffe was one of Weaver's 2 weight class winners on the day, and the Bearcats finished second place to Dora after the 2-day dogfight. Dora led the 15-team field with 166.5 points, and Weaver finished second with 144. The Bearcats have finished first or second in every tournament this season. They are now a week out from clinching the program's first state duels title and staring at the conventional postseason ahead. Weaver took second in Piedmont despite resting 5 starters. Kel Fulmer, Hayden Heiss, Dylan Brown, Christopher Thornton, and Caden Thornton all had the weekend off. For Ramburn, they were led by Zach Buchanan's runner-up finish in the 177-pound weight class. Ramburn scored 124 points to finish third place. Cleburne County's Austin Mayfield won the 146-pound division and took home the most valuable wrestler, 2 weeks after winning the most valuable wrestler in Cleburne County's Rumble in the Jungle tournament. Weaver's weight class winners included Brandon Jolliffe at 217 and Peyton Andrews at 115. Kel Fulmer hopped to his feet and with a big smile congratulated Andrews for his pin of New Hope's Cameron Sharp. Andrews pinned Sharp at the 3-minute mark. Figuring out was a theme Saturday, though, as Brandon Jolliffe, who's now 39-2 on the season, beat the only wrestler that had beaten him this season. Jolliffe had beaten Pryor's twin brother Keyshawn Pryor, who had won the 287-pound class. Jolliffe's victory over Corian Pryor was all about patience, and Fulmer says that he expects to have his full roster healthy for the biggest tournaments of the season the next 2 weeks. Other champions from East Alabama included Miles Bailey from Piedmont, Mason Hom from White Plains, Curtis Souls from Cherokee County, Andrew Young from Cherokee County, and David Herrick from Cherokee County. And there's Dora, your champions from the Piedmont Dogfight Wrestling Tournament. This is the final week of the regular season for basketball in East Alabama, with some area tournaments starting this weekend. It's not necessarily a busy Monday, but we still have some teams that are hitting the court. So here are the games for today. Spring Garden and Sachs are playing tonight. This is just boys action. Coach Ginn's team coming off the big win at Piedmont and Weaver last week, as they'll be the number 2 seed in their area tournament. Spring Garden is ranked in the top 10 in Class 1A. So this is boys action tonight as the Spring Garden Panthers travel to Sachs. Also tonight, it's just boys action. We just talked about Weaver. Coach Bo Wynn's team, who fell short to Sachs last Friday, hits the road tonight to face Coach Trez Buson's Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Speaking of Jacksonville, the day did not start nice for them. This morning, Class 4A Area 10 Coach Trez Buson of the Jacksonville Golden Eagles, Coach Chris Randall of the White Plains Wildcats, they gathered together, a coin was flipped, and White Plains won the coin toss, which means they will get to host the Class 4A Area 10 tournament. So for Coach Trez's team, they've got one loss today, but luckily it was by a coin toss and not on the basketball court. Well, tonight they look for redemption when they face Bo Wynn and the Weaver Bearcats at home. Also tonight, it's boys and girls action in Class 1A as the Jacksonville Christian Thunder head to Gaston to face the Bulldogs. Coach Bryant for the ladies, Coach Tommy Miller for the boys are hoping to have their teams playing their best basketball this week at the right time as we hit area tournament teams, as teams seek to get into regionals. Jacksonville Christian's one of those teams hoping to make a run. Also tonight, this is non-area gameplay as the Pleasant Valley Raiders, Coach Hood and Coach Muncher, take both of their teams to Ohatchee tonight to face Coach Jackson and Coach Kyle Wilson. It's Raiders and Indians tonight from Ohatchee as Pleasant Valley travels to Ohatchee. Also tonight, this is going to be a very good boys game. Now I expect Eddie Bullock and the Anniston girls to run away from Coach Kiker and the Alexandria Valley Cubs, although they will play tonight at Alexandria, but I'm looking at Coach Ginn and Coach Torian Brown's team. Going to be a great boys game tonight at Anniston, right here in the middle of Anniston, as the Alexandria Valley Cubs come to Anniston tonight to face the Bulldogs. Also tonight, I expect this to be a good game as well. Cleburne County is the number 3 seed in that Class 4A Area 10 tournament for the boys. Coach Lumpkin's team's the 4 seed in Class 3A Area tournament. Now for Wellborn girls, they're going to be the 2 seed in that area tournament behind Piedmont. For Cleburne County girls, they're also in the 4 right there for the girls. So action tonight at Wellborn is going to be inside the new gym at Wellborn as Cleburne County travels to Wellborn tonight. This is just girls action. The Weaver boys are going to Jacksonville. Well, it's the Mumford girls going to Jacksonville as well tonight. So you'll see Mumford, Weaver, and Jacksonville all inside the same gym tonight as the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Coach Corey Mize's team will hit the court against the Mumford Lions in non-area play. Again, this is non-area as the Mumford Lion ladies travel to Jacksonville to face the Golden Eagles. That's all the action for tonight, and that's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, or our website. We're in the process of merging EAN News with East Alabama Now on Facebook, so you can find an archive of all our news, sports, and weather content there. You can go there and watch us whenever it's convenient for you.
And we'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.